I want to ask you, you say the film industry is your home. Are you saying it didn't happen to you, but it does happen? Do you know of instances when it happened? Did it happen to you? Because people can only talk out of personal experience. And as you said, it happens to women in any walk of life, even in their daily chores, getting onto a bus, onto a metro, getting off. It happens to us all the time. So, Khushbu, did it happen to you in the film industry?
Navika, probably I was one of the very lucky ones where I have always worked with people who have protected me. There was a very stray incident only once in my life when I had just started out in South. And I was shooting, and there was one Telugu producer, because he thought I didn't have a godfather, I didn't have a father figure. He knew that I have my brothers and my mother to take care of. So he thought probably I would give in to his proposal. And he didn't come on to me directly, but he walked into my makeup room, and he was trying to find ways to send the message across that he was looking for some kind of a favor. And I could grasp that. And the only thing I did, I removed my slippers and I said, I wear size 41. Yahan maar khaoge ya unit ke samne. And he backed off. The message was very clear.
Kudos to you. Brave of you to take that.
I am the future that was born 100 years ago. I am the purpose that emerged with India's independence to be a force for business that makes doing good our business. Towards an independence where knowledge sets us free. To think big and achieve bigger. To take India to the world and the world to India. Creating pathways of self-reliance. To stand for progress, the planet and the people. Towards a future made perfect. And be a force creating abundance. Because independence is not a moment in history. It's a never-ending path to prosperity. Aditya Birla Group, a force for good.
Was this earlier on in your career, and did the word get around and impact your career later on? How did things pan out for you after this?
The message went on very clear that I'm a no-nonsense person. So even today, even before I walk into the room, my image walks in. So that's what people say, that she's a no-nonsense woman. And I think I'd like to take that forward. I take it with pride that if people think that I'm a no-nonsense woman, I take it with pride. Having said that, I don't see everybody would have that courage, because, there are times and we hear that people do give in to these pressures. Probably they do not have the privilege to choose. They do not have the support of the family. They do not have family support. They feel that this is the only way my family is dependent on me, so I can support my family. They feel they come from these small towns with a lot of
dreams in their eyes.
Dreams that I'm going to make it big. I'm going to be somebody people are going to look up at. And they feel that I will not probably able to face the people I have fought with, because most of these girls, they come and they fight with the families to get into the film industry. So I think, they do not have the choice. And that is the saddest part here, that, they're not privileged where they can show the courage. And I think the first time when a woman is given this kind of a proposal of sexual favors in return for some work, the first thing that hits her is she's in a shock. True. She does not know what to do next. She panics. And the second thing it comes to her mind is, if I'm going to talk about it outside, I will be shamed. Yes, the victim blame. What did you do to entice him? Why were you laughing at him? I'm sure you would have given him some kind of a hint that you are available, and you are to be blamed. We told you so, don't do this. We told you so that don't speak to this guy. So, she gets into this complete stigma fear that I will be blamed. So she doesn't speak, which is the worst part.
True, true. Very, very well said, which is why it takes women very, very long to come out and speak about something like this. After the Hema Committee report, Justice Hema Committee report, we're seeing women coming out and speaking. And, it is a taboo. Women do shy away from speaking because they will be shamed, they will be named, they will be, blamed for giving some kind of indications of being available. You're absolutely right. But it's taken you a long time to come about and speak about the child abuse that you suffered as an individual. Yes. What did it mean then to you? How did you react? And how did you just cope and deal with it?
I dealt with it for almost 8 years. My abuse started when I was 8 and it continued till 16. The minute I had the courage to stand up for myself, where I said enough is enough, my father left us. I had the courage to stand up. And for me to speak in public took me a very long time because nobody asked me about it. It was not that I was shying away. Nobody asked me, and there was never an opportunity to speak about it. And I think my family or my close friends know about it. So I have spoken to them. My husband knows about it. I have spoken to him. So there was never an opportunity where you don't go tom-tomming about it, saying that, oh, I have been abused as a child. There is a right place, right time. And I think there was a time where I spoke about it.
True.
So I do not bother. Everybody is entitled to their own opinions. So my only issue is that when you become judgmental, and in today's times with the mobiles in your hand and everything social media at your fingertips, everybody wants to be a judge. They want to pass a judgment as to what kind of a person you are. And I have seen it that even when I opened up about my abuse, there were some people who said that you would have done something to instigate your father to abuse you. I'm like, an 8-year-old kid instigating her own father. I mean, so, these kind of issues do happen. And that's why women shy away. They don't want to come out and open and speak about it.
True. You also, in your social media post today, spoke about talking to your daughters. The new generation, of course, looks at these issues completely differently. Our conditioning, more conventional, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, different from the way women of today look at it, the Gen Z looks at it. What did they say, and how do they respond, to things that have happened across to women? And did you discuss your own personal horrendous childhood? What else can I call it?
Yes, I have discussed with them. I have told them, because when I teach my girls about good touch and bad touch, when I tell my girls that any kind of an abuse they have to, and when you talk about the sexual abuse to a child, 90% of it happens within the family members. Right. So I had to tell them, I had to warn them, I had to tell them this has happened to me, and you have to be aware as to where you are, who you are with. And if you think that anybody is trying to cross that line, you need to raise a voice. And I had told my children that do not even allow anybody to pinch your cheeks, because even that, I think, is an abuse. So, when I spoke to my girls and we were having this discussion in the morning, I was so proud of my girls because they stood up for these women who have been silently taking it for so many years. And they said, Amma, it's not important when they speak. They're not probably privileged as you or I am. These women have the courage to speak about it today. Somebody has given them the hope that the perpetrators will be punished. So speak. So I think we need to stand with them. And we, as girls of today's times, we stand with this woman because the timing is not important. At least today they have had the courage to speak up. I really am very proud of my girls that they stand up for these women today.